Did something happen between Danger Boy and Christian Craig? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So let's hop back on the Moto merry-go-round as we examine the good, the bad, and maybe even a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. We got some ruts to look through today. Danger Boy Deegs. Welcome back to the swimming pool. Now, Danger Boy Deegs is in fact the new face of the sport. He has eclipsed the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah that we've all come to know as Jet Lawrence. Now, why do I say that, you ask? Well, of course, I'm going to tell you because he said Danger Boy Deegs is still on the track and he's got a massive social media presence. Now, the Wonder Boy, I'm still waiting to see if these two dudes ever line up, who's going to win. Because let me just tell you, friends, the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah, he's going to be hard to beat. If that dude comes back healthy and picks up where he left off, he could be hard to beat. Now, there is the chance that Jet has pretty much lost his drive to break all the records and McGrath's right. I don't think he's there anymore. He's already got right off into the sunset money. He made more money than any other rider in history. It would be safe to say that the Wonder Boy is getting paid probably almost as much as all the other hired guns for the other factory teams put together. I mean, this dude got paid, astronomical. With the endorsements, sponsors, contracts, you name it. The amount that he's accumulated, quit tomorrow, no problem. So my guess is there could be a chance that the Wonder Boy might be fine just going out there and being one of the guys, not always winning every race, not having perfect seasons, but being able to capitalize on big contracts and not have to risk his life the way maybe he was, because he's starting to get hurt now. And this was the big question mark for Jet, but different video. Back to Christian Craig. I'm a big Christian Craig fan. I remember back in the day, I was on a track walk, and he was just like with Troy Lee Designs back then, and on the light spike. I think it was KTM. When they were riding KTMs, and I remember he came up to me at a track walk. I was back in my Motostar days, and he's like, "What up, bro?" I'm like, "What up, dude?" And he's like, "What are you doing?" I don't know. I'm just pushing clothes, dog. Need a clothing sponsor? He's like, "Oh, bro, I totally rep the Star, dude." He's like, "But they won't let me." And so it was just cool. He was a cool, approachable dude. And even at A1 a couple of years ago when he was on Star Racing in the lights class, and it was A1, and he was over in rider seating, chilling, just watching some of the other riders ride. And before he got to the track, and took my daughter, and she's like, "Can I get a picture with him?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, bro, you mind giving a picture with my kid?" She's like, "Yeah, dude, you can." And so I just have a lot of respect for Christian. Family guy, great looking family. His dad was a racer. I like him. But it didn't really pass the smell test all of a sudden, because you see all these pictures on his Instagram, his wife's, on Danger Boy's, where he's pretty much like Danger Boy was part of the family, right? Like they clearly were close over there. And then I believe Danger Boy was instrumental in getting Christian off of that Husky over on that Yamaha, and even getting paid to be on this coach. Because I think Danger felt like he didn't need to be on the Swanee program. He didn't need to be on anybody's program. I think he felt like he had the raw speed and talent that he didn't even need a coach. His raw natural talent and what he had done up to that point was enough. And for all intents and purposes, it was. But then he got off to a rough start. And I don't believe Christian Craig, he's not a trainer. I'm sure he could ride. He runs some ride days and things like that, for amateur stuff, but not for the Deegs. The Deegs needs a high-level program. So I believe what happened is they just got in over their head. And I think the Deegs didn't want to say, like, yeah, the dude, I mean, I don't think he's got a family. He's got an injury. He's trying to train to get back on the 450. I mean, how much training could he really get? When you got the Swanee program with all the other riders, and that's what Deegs said. He's like, it was nothing that happened. It's just I needed more intensity. And he politely kind of let Christian down. But I think what the truth was, what Danger Boy Deegs probably could have and maybe even should have said is, he's a good friend. We're really close. I just thought maybe I would try it out where he could be my coach, but it wasn't working because he's just, his availability isn't there. He's got to get ready to ride the bike. He's rehabbing, so whatever. But the reality is this, whatever happened, it worked, right? Because then he went out and smoked everybody at the Triple Crown. And so it's just kind of a bummer. It's more of a bummer for Christian Craig. And as much as Danger Boy tried to do his best to let him down easy and not, because they asked, like, what happened between you and Christian Craig? Was there an issue? And he's like, no issue. I just was lacking intensity. I wanted to be back with the rest of the riders on the Swanee program. But, it's part of the deal. These things happen. But I think the reality is this, that Christian Craig is just not there yet in terms of being a trainer, a riding coach, running a program at the highest level. I think certainly a lot of people would pay to go do a ride day with Christian Craig and get some tips and tricks and things like that. But I don't think he's quite like the Nick Way level. And even Nick Way, I mean, Nick Way's not training Danger Boy. Nick Way's training like McAdoo and some of these other heavy hitter lights riders. But I think Nick Way, I don't think he's spread as thin, and he's been doing it quite a while before he got to that echelon of rider. He didn't just start with he was AC's, Adamson Cirillo's trainer for a while, but Adamson Cirillo, it didn't work there either. Adamson Cirillo, poor Adam AC, because he went from full phenom to lapper. I mean, that was hard. He admitted, he's like, I went through some dark times. That's why it's really nice to see him get his dream job of being part of the industry behind the camera, because clearly he just loves it. It's funny looking at Adamson Cirillo's little smirk on his face. What do you think, Justin Brayton? He's just so happy. And I love the guy, right? I mean, what's not to love about Adamson Cirillo? He's as pure as the driven snow, this kid, right? That's why I was so unfortunate at Daytona to hear that he got dragged off by the scruff of his neck by some freaking pumped up security guard. That was just craziness. But the reality is this. I mean, Danger Boy Deegs, I believe, had to let Christian Craig go for several reasons. And I think a lot of it is just that he brought Christian Craig over to that team. In my opinion, he was at least instrumental in getting him over there. And I think part of that was possibly, I want him also to be my trainer. And final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now, they're shark infested. Danger Boy, Christian Craig, welcome to the swimming pool. Bros, listen, you guys are good dudes. We're all cheering for you. You handled it as good as you possibly could, but I didn't want to sugarcoat it. I think we all kind of get the gist of potentially what was going on over there. All we know now is that Danger Boy is back to his winning ways, and hopefully Christian Craig's going to be back on that bike and can finish his career with some kind of high note, or maybe eventually it could segue him into a coaching role. In the meantime, Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.